if you guys have, not trying to like pimp a book or whatever, but if you guys have got the Kage no Show, then this particular story is in the Kuden section. But I think it's kind of relevant towards what we're getting ready to do. So I'm going to share the story with you a little bit, okay? There's a story in the book called The Bird, right? And when the kids were really little, right? When my daughter was really little, I used to do, there was a point in time in the day where it was like, okay, now it's time for the afternoon bottle, change the diaper, put her down for a nap. And it was like that every time in the afternoon. Give her afternoon bottle, change her diaper, put her down for a nap. And I would put her in a crib and she's out. It gave me a good 2 hours. So I would always do the same thing. I would come down, put on a pot of tea and get the water going. I would make my cup of tea. And I would sit there and I would kind of reflect on the day. I would kind of look out, and you guys know the back porch, you know, at my house, you got that tree there, and we have one tree over here, kind of the side of the house. We got the one out in front, you know what I mean, there, and then we've got, you know, whatever across the street. So I just kind of sit there and reflect, and would just like hear the birds and calm myself down, because sometimes being, I know some of you don't know this or not, but sometimes being a stay-at-home mom isn't the easiest thing. You need a kind of chance to step away a little bit, because you're constantly going and going and going for someone else. You really don't have time to do anything for yourself or your business or anything else when you're dealing with the little one. And sometimes it can be stressful. Although I would never change it, ever. If I had to do it again, I would totally do it again. For every day, I got my tea, I would sit there, and then in the tree right across from the back porch, there was the one branch that comes up. There was a time where we did some Kaginawa techniques on it years ago. There was a bird's nest right there. And every day, I'd see that bird. It just sat there. And I'm like, it just look at me. And it's like, shit, just staring at me now, you know? And then I would have my tea and I would go about it. The next day, I give her a bottle, I change her diaper, I put her down for a nap, I get my tea, I sit there and I do it, and there's that bird again. And it was like that every day. I'm like, I start feeling this connection to this bird. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest. I start talking to the bird. I'm like, how are you doing today? Like, if someone was watching my life as a story, they would think she's losing it a little bit, you know, drinking that tea, talking to the bird. And then one day, weeks later, I'm in the backyard and I'm raking up the backyard and all the stuff from the dogs, because you guys are gonna go out there and train. I don't want you rolling around in my dog stuff, you know, and all that kind of thing. And I look up and I see the feathers moving. And I thought, what the fuck is that? And I look around and the bird's there, just there. Then the wind would blow and I saw the feather move like that. Not the bird move, the feather move. And I thought, what the hell is that? So I grabbed a stick and I thought, I'm just gonna poke the nest, you know what I mean? And just see, you know, because it just looked, to be honest, it kind of looked dead. I was wondering like, what's going on, you know? I was like, so I poked the nest and the bird didn't move. I'm like, the bird's dead. So I hit the nest and the bird comes down, and there it is, just perfect. It's in its nest, it died. So I thought, shit, you know, for the last couple of months of my life, and then it hits you, like the last couple of months of my life, here I am having this moment, you know, diaper, I'm sorry, give the baby a bottle, change her diaper, put her down for a nap, get my tea, and I'm talking to a bird, and this bird's probably been dead the whole time. So I thought to myself, I need to at least give it a proper burial, because, you know, I still felt like there's still like a connection here, right? So I dig this hole, and it was over there, like kind of where Rocky was buried when we buried our dog over there. So I'm digging a hole over there, and I got to thinking, it's like, I've never seen a bird die in a freaking nest. Of course, I've never really seen birds in the nest either, but this was my thought as I was burying the bird. I thought, what did it die? How did it die? Why did it die? Was it too scared to leave its nest, and that's why it passed? Because you know what I'm saying, it's so like, I feel safe here, but it's too scared to go out and get what it needs to survive and get what it needs to live? Or was it the exact opposite? Was it the bird too goddamn proud for the nest that it built that it didn't want to leave either? Of course, it could be the bird's time. Maybe it was just time, right? Right. Yeah. So there's food for thought, you know, let that sink in a little bit. Come here, Byron. The next drill that we're going to talk about, you can keep rolling.